Hi there, it's Shell and Clint.
Hi there.
He's such a goofball. So today we are going to work on altering cards. So I had a friend, or one of my subbies, and she's been with me a long time. She's been with me through my card series and, you know, through all my other odd things. Thanks, Irene. And she was wondering how we would use cards like in a junk journal. So that's what we're going to work on today, and depending on how long this takes, it may, you know, go into part 2, but we're going to do that. I have a few things to show you guys. This is Clint and I are both going to do a dangly thing or a tassel, and he wanted to show that this is something that he's going to hang. I think he said hang his tassel from. This is going to be the main part. So I'm not sure what he's going to do with it. I thought he was going to put it on his junk journal, but
I'm going to put it on my book.
he's putting it on his book. But it seems kind of big to me. But you know, you never know what those men are thinking. So anyways, that's a hint.
Well, that really sounds good.
Well, you never know what my man's thinking. How's that? Anyways, we've been really busy this weekend. I didn't get a video up today, which is Sunday, but I'm going to try to get one up for you the rest of the week. So I went up and visited my elderly friend. Hi, Donna. Hi, Donna, yesterday, and we went and had blood drawn. I have a little bit of a bruise. It's not horrible. So yesterday morning, and then I went and visited her, and when I got back I was just exhausted because, you know, I'd already been up for a long time, and so I didn't get my video for today done. And then yesterday around 3, my sister wrote me and said, I'm having a yard sale this weekend. We'll come out tomorrow if you have anything you want to put in the yard sale. And we have tons of stuff, and I hate having yard sales, so I made a deal with her. If she comes gets it, she gets to, you know, keep part of whatever profits I would earn. And that's fine with me. I don't have to mess with it. I only have to just pile it. She takes care of the rest of it. So we've been really busy. That's the point. So I wanted to show you these. My friend Donna gave me several napkins, and she picked these up at our local Dollar Tree. So I wanted to show you this. And you know how it is when you get a huge package of napkins, you know, you're just not going to use the whole package, or it's going to take a really long time. So she gave me these really fun kind of summery napkins. Daddy and his Bubba are behind, loving on each other.
Come on, honey.
Hear him talking. And then this really pretty napkin. And it has this funny looking little bee. I think he's so cute. But these were all picked up at the Dollar Tree, guys. So you need to go to the Dollar Tree if you haven't. I don't get there very often, and I was glad that she was willing to share with me. Sorry, I had to have some water. I feel parched today. So, and then she has these, and this one says Keep Life Simple. And she opened it up, and there are 6 fun images on here. So we're going to use some of these napkins today. I don't think I folded that one right. I'm going to put it right there. She gave me 2 of those. And then the same thing with this beautiful blue one. Isn't that pretty? All from the Dollar Tree. So you guys should go over there and pick some of these up. And we're going to use some of those today on today's video. So what we're going to do is we're going to, you know, make some altered cards. And I'm just going to pull some cards. This is actually when we were organizing for my sister to come by. I found this game that would never open, and I considered giving it to her so she could sell it, but then I thought I can use the cards. You know how that goes. So anyways, I sent the cards home with her, I mean, I kept the game. Huh?
I was gonna say you sent the crap home with her to sell.
Yeah, I sent the stuff home with her to sell, but I kept the cards. And this is from a game called Split, and I have no idea how long I've had that, but, you know, it's just been sitting there out in the shed, and I thought I can use those. And look at these cards. I love these. They're half cards, so, you know, they're split, and I was thinking, wouldn't that be perfect to use for our junk journals? So I'm just going to pick a few of these that I kind of want to play with, and, you know, we'll just kind of see. Let's just, like, do one of a few of them. You know, we don't have to have a whole bunch, but, you know, I do like doing things in multiples. Let's see. I don't know. Is there... I was looking for some red ones. Let me see. There might not be any. Where's my other deck? I don't know how it works, or if they might be in this other... Yeah, they're in this one. I didn't even open both of them or look at them. But I kind of want to play with the different colors and stuff, and I love that they're split. So I'm sure we probably picked this up for somebody for Christmas. Sorry, whoever you are, and you didn't get your Christmas present. That sounds about normal for us. Okay, so there's a few cards. I think we'll just do 6. You know, that will give us a pretty good amount to go in our stash, and, you know, a fun amount to play with. So, and I didn't want to use any vintage cards for these because we're probably be covering up the back, or the back will be where you can't see it. So I don't want to do that. Now, I got this, it's a medium jumbo sanding sponge for use on wood, metal, drywall, fiberglass painted surfaces. It's a Gator. And I just thought I would give this a try this time. Instead of using gesso, you know, the smaller amount of time that we have waiting for things to dry, the better, I think. I'll look this up and see if I can find it on Amazon for you guys. I got this from our local store.
Hardware store.
Hardware store. I'm trying to give Clint hints so he knows what I'm talking about. But I thought it would work really well, and I'm just going to just kind of scruff these up a little bit, just so, you know, when I'm putting on my Mod Podge and stuff, it'll attach to the card really well. So, and I really liked the size of this. It was just a nice size. But you could use anything, and, you know, you could use gesso if you wanted to. It's totally up to you guys and what you want to do. But I thought I would just give a sponge a try, or a sanding tool. And, you know, anything you do to these is going to kind of give it a more vintage appearance. So I'm quite all right with that. You know, I really like odds and ends. I like them kind of scruffy. Okay.
Why you like me?
I don't know if you guys heard him, but I said I like these kind of scruffy, and he said that's probably why you like me. He can be scruffy.
Oh yeah. Hate to shave.
Yeah, that's okay though, huh?
Yep.
Okay, so now I'm just going to wipe them down just to get some of that sanding off. And I just put my paper towel and got it a little bit wet in my water that I'll be using, you know, to clean my brush. So, who is this? Is that
That
it?
would be Cub.
Cubby.
Cards with me.
So we've been working, you know, running around the house. I think we started clearing out things about 7:30 this morning for our yard sale, or for my sister's yard sale. And we piled it up. And we didn't sit down until almost 2 o'clock. So it was, you know, go, go, go this morning. And, you know, Clint was like on a, he was like a tornado. He's like we got to give her everything. We got to get rid of some of this stuff. So we were really running around and busy, and now the cats are like, Mommy's talking. Mommy's in the house. Daddy's in the house. Sorry, I'm just really thirsty today. And I think it's because we were running around and, you know, didn't pay that much attention to drinking and stuff. Okay, I'm not sure what this is. I mean, I know what it is, but I have sewing around it, and it was probably going to be a page or something. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this apart. This is some pattern, a sewing pattern, so it's like that real thin tissue paper, and I have stitches all around it, so I'm just going to cut them apart and just kind of use what I have. I didn't have any in the craft room, so I had some out in the craft shed, and I don't want to run back out there for another piece, so I'm going to use what I have. I might can still save that piece. So what I want is, I just want some interest on these. I'm going to kind of look through these, see if there's, yeah, like this. And you know, these don't have to really be vintage. They could just be, you know, a newer pattern. In fact, the other day when we went to the yard sale, they had tons of tissue pattern stuff. So we're going to use that, and we're just going to Mod Podge this on. So if I can open my Mod Podge. Yes, nice. Oh yeah, it opened really easily. So I'm just going to maybe, it's kind of stuck in there. But yeah, we've just been having a lot of fun and getting rid of some stuff, you know, kind of spring cleaning today, which doesn't sound like fun, but, and it's not at the time, but you know, once you get your house rid of all this stuff. And we went through 2 small sheds and stuff in the house and pulled out, you know, over a pickup bed full. So, you know, we had some stuff to get rid of. So I'm just going to put on some Mod Podge. Since I scruffed it up, I expect this to kind of stick really well to this. So, and I watched one earlier, and they just kind of, you know, would Mod Podge it up, and I can't remember the girl's name. If I do, then I'll post it below. But you know, if you just put altered playing cards, you get a lot of videos. And you know, I was thinking about this last night when I was sleeping, because I knew I had to do a video today, and you know, I was hoping to get it uploaded today, but I didn't. And so hopefully now tonight I can sleep. Because whenever I don't have an idea and I think, oh, you know, I'll come up with one tonight or something, and I go to bed and I kind of am thinking about what I want to do next, and sometimes it stays with me all night, and unfortunately that's kind of how my night was. So I'm pretty tired today, but no time for a nap today. It was go, 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 I tell you. But it was fun to empty, you know, just kind of empty your soul. I guess it, to me, always feels like, you know, life is so much calmer when you get rid of a bunch of clutter. Is that weird? I don't know. But I always feel calmer when, you know, all the junk and stuff is out of my all the clutter is kind of, you know, out of my cabinets and stuff. I feel like I can breathe better. I know that's weird. I don't know how this is going to work. Look at it, it's just popping up off of it. But we're still going to try it. Even if it kind of glues down part way, you know, that doesn't bother me because I do that a lot. And, you know, if it's just part glued down, then we'll take it. We'll take whatever we can get. So, let's do this one. I'm kind of trying to put it on a little bit thicker so that maybe it'll help it stick better. I'm just not sure what's going on with this part.
Trying to stick to the card?
Yeah, I'm trying to get it stuck to the card, but it keeps popping up. So, we're just going to kind of check it out from this side. And just see. Well, I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. But like I said, I'm just going to kind of let those dry. Now I'm just going to go ahead and trim around them. Actually, I'll probably just kind of tear around them, because it doesn't have to be perfect right now. And, you know, we can add like book paper and stuff and make, cut around them at a later time. So I just want this to kind of be a quick and easy, you know, craft. If I can get it. Maybe I will cut. I just won't cut neatly. Okay, so I hope you guys are doing well. I wanted to talk to you guys about the ads that are on my channel. I finally recently reached a place where I can get a little bit of compensation for making videos and such. And it was brought to my attention that there was some violence, gun violence and stuff like that. And, you know, I didn't realize that I could change that, but I did some research today and I found that I could. And I know that the ads can be, you know, annoying and stuff, but, you know, to get a little bit of compensation, no matter how small, you know, it just helps me out and helps me, you know, to be able to continue to put out fun videos for you guys. And I just wanted to put that out there. And if there's anything, you know, that offends you in a specific ad or something, please let me know so I can go in and take care of that, because I want this to be a fun place for you guys to come. So, you know, I know they're annoying, and I try to only put minimal ads up just to get a little bit of compensation. You know, it won't be a whole lot, but, you know, it just kind of helps me out. And I do it only like 3 ads, I think, for an hour. And you can kind of choose your own, or you can let YouTube choose. In YouTube, some of them wanted like 7 to 10 commercials in an hour, and I felt like that was pretty excessive. So I went kind of small, and, you know, it's just a really small little income, but it's going to help us out in the long run, I think. So, but if anything bothers you guys with that, then please let me know.
I'm trying to retire.
Clint's trying to retire. Well, we both are. But him mostly, because he does most of the work. I just kind of go along for the ride. I am going to add a little bit of music paper. And I pulled this really brittle paper from the from my stash. And, I mean, if you fold it and stuff, it's going to kind of, it's going to rip. So, this is really good for, what am I thinking, Michelle? It's really good for decoupaging or for collaging, because then you don't have to, you know, you just glue it down, and I really like using things like that for that. So I'm just going to put a little piece on each one. So no rhyme or reason, I'm just going to just do it, you know. And we'll just see how it ends up at the end. I may have needed to kind of Mod Podge the top of this, so that's what I'm going to do. Maybe that'll help it stay as well. Then we'll just Mod Podge this down. Just kind of wherever I'm filling it, and it's okay if it overlaps and stuff, because, you know, we will come back and trim around that. So, but yeah, I just wanted to kind of, you know, let you know if, you know, I don't choose the videos that go up on my ads, but I can kind of control a little bit. You know, I did block out politics and stuff like that because, you know, I don't want to listen to that, and I'm sure you guys probably don't either. I want this to be a fun, happy place. Okay, so now I'm just gonna, using Mod Podge. You can use Collage Podge, which I really like, but I'm kind of getting to the end of mine, and I have quite a bit of this Mod Podge. And I'm pretty sure I have this linked below. If not, I will, you know, put a link so you guys can find it online if you're interested in looking for it that way. This one has a lot of text on it, but I really love these cards because they were half, you know, they were kind of split in half and stuff, and it was just kind of fun. I love having the bits and pieces of the cards kind of show through. So I think that's kind of fun. I do think this is going to help as far as putting the Mod Podge all over the card. So let's kind of, I don't know, I don't want to cover that all up. Let's just put that there. I was thinking that one little piece, but I will be inking around it, so it's not that big of a deal. Then we'll do this one. But yeah, that's how our week has weekend. We did, you know, go to the health fair, and Clint and I got all of our blood work done, and my niece, the one who sells the coffee day papers and stuff, she called me and said, or texted me and said, Aunt Michelle, when's the next health fair? And she did that like on Thursday, and I told her, oh, it's Saturday. So she wanted to go with us, so we went with her, and, you know, I'm proud of her for taking care of what she needs to take care of, you know. You just got to take care of that. I think I already mentioned that in one of my videos, but you know how it is. Okay, so what else do we want to put? I think I want to dry these. They actually are drying really, really quickly. So let's kind of see if there's anything else. I know I want to put some of this beautiful napkin on, but I want it to dry a little bit more. This one's pretty dry, and I'll show you guys why in just a second. So let me, but it was a beautiful day today. I mean, so pretty. Clint is working on ink blenders, so if you are on the list, you should be getting a message shortly. I think he's got about 8 or 10 of them completed, so we have about 8 or 10 more to get done. So if you're on the list, it shouldn't take very long. Another week or so.
I'm trying.
Yeah, he's trying. And if you guys are interested in the ink blenders, then let me know. I can put you on the list. Contact me, message me on my YouTube or on my Etsy channel, so that I can let you know more information about that. I'm going to let some of these dry. We're going to fussy cut out some of these cards, and I thought that would just be really fun to kind of use greeting cards and bits and pieces of the greeting cards. You know, these are some that I just picked up at a thrift store or yard sale, and I was thinking, you know, that would make a really neat focal point. And because we are starting, or I will be starting, you know, a butterfly journal fairly soon, I thought I would just kind of fussy cut some of these out and use them. I think that'll be really fun. I'm not going to worry too much about the legs and stuff, because I think that's too much trouble. But I did want to just kind of show you guys, you know, fussy cut them out, put them over here. They're beautiful little butterflies, And it's a fun way, another fun way to use up your cards. You know, you could use stickers, you could use stamps, and you could color them. You could cut it out of scrapbooking paper, and I thought that would be a really neat idea too, is to just cut out some images, you know, that's on the actual scrapbooking paper. And I'll show you guys that in just a second. I do have one little piece that would work, but you know, if you have something, you know, you just think about multiple ways to use it. That's what I try to do at all times, is just kind of think, is there another way I can use this? And you know, I think that works really nice. And you know, you just have to be creative. I know I keep saying that, but you do. So, and you know, like this, I could take a punch and punch out like a heart or something. So I'm going to save that. And you guys who always tell me to save my scraps are probably rejoicing that I'm actually saving some. And I do save a lot of my scraps. Just ask Clint. But some things I don't save because
sometimes you just gotta chuck it.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to get rid of, you know, get rid of some things. But for the most part, I save pretty much anything that I think I could use, you know. But I just wanted to show you guys kind of the whole process of making these cards. And like I said, I'm not sure they'll be done in one video or two, but I think it'll be fun. And you know, it's kind of like a craft with me / tutorial. So just me sitting here rambling, because you guys know I do that. So anyways, I'm just having fun. But my sister, she brought her little dog. She got a little dog for around Christmas time. I don't know if it was like a Christmas present or whatever, but her older man dog was getting really kind of fragile, and they wanted to get another dog to kind of help the other animals kind of adjust as well as them, you know. And so they brought the little dog today, and oh my gosh, she's so sweet. She's like a little border collie.
No, she's
an Australian Shepherd, and she is so sweet.
She's a cutie.
And you know, she was running back and forth and smelling all the new smells and playing with the goats and stuff. So I am using Lawn Fawndamentals Walnut ink. I like this ink because it is waterproof, and you know, I got these when I was doing watercolor and Copic coloring, and I would use this for both of them because they worked really well. So, but I do like the fact that they're waterproof, because when I put my Mod Podge on, you know, it's water and it won't it's not going to smear.
Lord, it's okay. No, Biddy, it's okay.
Sorry, I scared the cat.
It's okay, baby. No one's here. No one's here.
I'm using this ABC alphabet that I picked up a while back at Tuesday mornings. And if I can find this stuff, I will make sure and, you know, put it below. But I did want just a little bit of some, you know, text and stuff on my pages or on my cards. Just something interesting, you know, maybe part of it will come through, maybe part of it won't, and that's not going to bother me. I just want the interest, you know, just some fun, interesting things on here. We can turn it, and you can use any kind of stamp that you have. You know, think about any of your, you know, birthday stamps or, you know, Christmas stamps or anything like that. Sometimes you just want some text, and that's what I wanted. I wanted it to be a little bit brown for our kind of vintagey feel, and you know, I just wanted just something. This is the one I chose. So I like to do kind of layers of stuff, and you know, that's kind of why I did that. You guys can't see Sophia. Hold on. There she is. Sophia. She was trying to grab my paintbrush. No, she didn't.
Okay.
See, there she is. She's playing with it. So our animals are not really familiar with people, you know, stopping by. We don't have a lot of stop-bys, or my sister comes by quite often, but they're just not, you know, familiar or comfortable with strangers, so they kind of hide and stuff. And actually, is our old man still hiding?
Yeah, he sure is.
He's still hiding. He was kind of traumatized by one of our friends' little boys, and he hasn't really ever recovered from that, and so he will hide for hours when somebody kind of stops by, and it's really sad and heartbreaking.
It is. It's a very sad thing.
So we try to, but he's kind of taught the other ones too, you know, that, hey, you know, people are scared, and I understand, because, you know, he was a little stinker, the little boy was.
I'd say mildly.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so now we have that on there. I'm loving how they're kind of turning out. I think that's really awesome. So now we're going to add some napkin. So, okay, so now we're going to just take the napkin. I wanted to use this one for sure, and I think I want to use the blue one. So yeah, so our cats are kind of nervous when people stop by, you know. So I want to show you guys a trick on this. And Donna, be sure and watch this part. She was telling me how she hates to separate napkins. Well, you want to get a piece of tape. You know, I always say this, but I'm probably the only house in America that doesn't have Scotch tape. And it's because I always forget to pick some up. So when I'm wrapping packages and stuff, a lot of times I wrap them with glue or washi tape. So anyways, you take a piece of tape, any tape, and then you just kind of push it on a piece of the white backing. And I believe this is from Crafty Irene, or Crafty Irina, I think is what it was. And you can get a hold of that white sheet, and you can separate it that easily. This is just only has one white sheet in it, one backing. Sometimes they have two, sometimes they have one. So you just kind of have to play with it and see which one yours has. But you just kind of, that's not very sticky. But you just want to, our old man's cat finally came out, and then just kind of rips off a piece of it. And so nice. And I'm pretty sure Crafty Arena did this back in the day, a couple of years ago, when we were all playing with this. And trust me, a lot of crafters still, you know, take from that. It's really an awesome little, tip. So now I'm just going to kind of pull out some of these flowers. And I could not believe how beautiful these were, and that she picked them up at the Dollar Tree. That just amazed me. So we kind of, Donna is one that is one of my YouTube subscribers, and we found out that we live just 10 miles from each other. So I've been up there to visit her a few times. And, you know, she's just starting out. I have tons of stuff. So we kind of just trade. Hey, if you give me some of your napkins, I'll give you some of my lace. Because I was thinking, I have so much stuff. And, you know, she's just starting out. So it's working out pretty well, I think. What do you think, Donna? So she wants to come and visit with the cats. I'm not sure she'll get to see them, but she might. maybe in the next week or so. We shall see. So now I'm just kind of pulling some pieces I think may work. And let's do 3 of these. And then I'll do 3 of the blue. Just because I love the blue. And I love this too because it's got the green on it. And here's Miss Sophia. I don't know what you guys can see of her. I can't see my monitor, but this is her tail. Like I said, they haven't really, spent any time loving on us today. And they are very social cats. All of our cats are, and they feel like they need to love on mommy and daddy a lot, especially, when they don't get that chance.
Butterball.
She's our little butterball. Oh, she is not. She's fluffy. Okay, so we got 3 of those. And we'll grab some of the blue napkin, which is so pretty. Look how pretty that is. And I think I'm just going to kind of just do a couple here. And just see what we can get done. So have all you guys who do taxes and stuff, if you got all your tax stuff ready and prepared and sent in? I haven't even started. I keep telling myself I'm going to start. I told myself last weekend, you got to get it in because we have to take ours to the CPA? Yeah, the accountant. And so I got to get that done. She's got to have a few days to take care of it. So thankfully ours is not that difficult, and she can do it in a short amount of time. But I don't like to, give her a kind of deadline. But if I can get it in tomorrow or probably Tuesday, then, I'll feel better about it. So, but I put together our taxes and Clint drops them off, so, if I'm lucky. He's a pretty good husband.
Gotta go with me Tuesday, babe.
Yep, but you gotta go in and drop them off, so I don't get yelled at.
Gotta go.
Okay, so I'm going to do a couple more of these little roses. And yeah, we're getting so many jobs, guys. It's just crazy. And what we do is we are underground utility locators. So we locate fiber optic lines, and as well as other lines and stuff. But our main focus is fiber optic lines. And if somebody's digging on top of phone line or electric line or anything like that, then we have to be there to make sure nothing gets cut. So I've had a few, questions about what we do, and that's what it is we just kind of, when the construction business is busy, then we're busy. So.
Doesn't matter if it's 4 foot of snow.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if there's, snow on the ground, if it's snowing, if it's raining or whatever. If they need us, we have to go. And I mean, there's been times where we've had to get up and go somewhere at 2 o'clock in the morning because, he's on call 24/7, and I go with him. So obviously that didn't dry very well. Because it's smearing. So I don't know if I didn't give it enough time, or if it's just kind of holding on. So I'm going to try not to do that one too much. Not that it really matters, but I want it to look somewhat nice. But yeah, it's kind of smearing. I don't know if it's because it's on top of Mod Podge. It could be, I guess. So, I mean, it's really dry here, so you'd think it would be dry. So maybe it just takes longer, or it just doesn't work very well in Mod Podge. I do have some StazOn ink, but it was black, and I didn't want to, really use black on these. Thought it might be too harsh of a color. So I'm just gonna kind of put some of that down. Aren't those turning out so cute? I love those. Okay. I know, Michelle. I know, Michelle. So this is so fun. If you guys haven't ever tried these, then definitely, you know, give it a try. But yeah, all that ink is smearing. I don't know why, but it might be because it's not on a porous surface. Because when you put your Mod Podge down, it kind of, you know, fills the background. So maybe I need to rethink where I put that, you know. But it's going to be just fine. Okay, and then this blue one. I love this kind of flower. Let's kind of put that here. And put this one maybe up here. So I have to admit though, it's fun to just kind of relax and do some crafting, you know. Not stress so much over we got to get everything done by 1 o'clock, so that's just because they live half an hour away, and you know, kind of had to kind of stressing out. But it's kind of nice to just kind of relax and, you know, just enjoy myself for a few minutes. Nuh-uh. He was thinking about taking a drink. And I didn't think that was a good idea. So I'm pretty sure there was something else I wanted to tell you guys, but I forgot what it was. I don't know. Okay, so now I am just kind of trimming. They're not all dry yet, but I think I can kind of go around and, you know, just kind of trim them, and then I'll look, and I might have to pull up my art glitter glue to kind of give them a little bit of the art glitter glue to make it stick better for the first. I love the art glitter glue. And if anyone's looking for just a good glue, a good all-around glue, I always have the art glitter glue listed below in my Amazon. So one thing, you know, some people have asked me about Amazon and stuff. I like to shop there because, you know, we're Prime members, and we're pretty much in the middle of nowhere, and anything, I mean, like our nearest Hobby Lobby is 2.5 hours away. Any craft store, you know, except for Walmart, is 2.5 hours away. So I like to shop at Amazon because if I'm in a, you know, a big hurry, I can get items overnight for a minimal price. Or, you know, if I don't mind waiting 2 days, you know, I can get them in 2 days. Usually within 48 hours, your package is there. And that's one reason I really like to shop at Amazon. You know, there's no waiting, and, you know, I don't mind waiting because, I mean, we've been here 20 years, and it's just something that we have to do, you know. When you when you order something, that's just, it's going to take a while. But, you know, if it's something important or something, you know, I really want to get, and you look at the next day shipping and it's only like $3, then, you know, sometimes it's worth it to just pay the $3 and get it overnight. And you get it overnight, you know. We've never had it not come on time. So when it was, you know, important. So that's why I like Amazon, just for those who were wondering. Just works for us. That's one of my favorite places to shop at. Well, yeah, we don't have to drive. You know, I mean, even like Walmart is 25 miles away, and sometimes it's just not worth it. I mean, we even buy food and stuff off of Amazon, you know, toilet paper. Whatever we need, we can get on Amazon within a day or two. So if we're not going anywhere and we're just not up for the drive or whatever, then we just order it there and it comes right to us. Even, you know, during the snowstorms and stuff, we still would get it, you know, at a good time. So worked for us really well. So, okay. Let me grab my art glitter glue, and we'll kind of touch up the edges of these just to make sure that they're not going to peel off at a later date. And I will be right back. Okay, so I was kind of going through, you know, some of these cards because I feel like I need like a focal point, and so I'm just going to cut out, you know, one of these little these adorable little birds, and just kind of put that on my card, or on my little, yeah, my card. And you know, I really like to add, you know, different dimension and stuff on these. I think it really adds a lot to our cards and stuff, and you know, it just kind of brings it all together when you have a little bit of dimension. You know, that's just my personal preference. Of course, you guys don't have to do that. You can do whatever you're most comfortable with. But I thought I would kind of just trim this little guy out and just see what, you know, I felt like it needed, if it needed anything else. And, you know, I'm going to try to put that little piece of kind of lilac in here and just kind of see how that goes. I think that's kind of cute. You know, and it just kind of adds a little bit more. So I think I'm going to go with that for sure, and then maybe I want a little bit more of the lilac brought in, so I'm just going to kind of bring that in as well. You know, it's just another fun thing. I mean, these little cards that I got were so inexpensive at the yard sale that we went to. I mean, they were like probably 5-10 cents each, you know. So if you don't have, you know, a huge kind of crafty, you know, what am I thinking? Crafty, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? A lot of money to spend on crafting, then you could certainly do that. And, you know, just go to your thrift stores, kind of look around and see what you can come up with. So I do have four little allowance. That's what I was going to say. If you don't have a crafty allowance, Michelle. I think I'm going to put that there because I kind of have a little bit of orange there. So, and kind of yellow probably work just fine there. This is one. We'll kind of dress him up a little bit, and some purple. So I kind of need, you know, one or two more just little kind of little images. Like I said, I really just like, you know, bringing out some of the images that we have. So let's see what this one is. That's a bluebird, but he is too big. So we're kind of just gonna play with what we have. I do have another one of those, so maybe I can just kind of trim him out too and just kind of see. I think we're about to the end of our, you know, to the end of our tutorial, so just finish up. I wasn't sure how long this one was going to be today, but I think we're going to make it, you know, in a pretty good amount of time. I do try to keep them under an hour. And, you know, so once in a while I'll go over, and a lot of times I'll go under. But I try not to go, you know, over too often. Just because, you know, I know how hard it is when you're trying to watch somebody and kind of stay caught up, and then you know, you miss them for a week and you have a whole lot. A whole lot to catch up on. It kind of gets kind of intimidating, you know. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and put that there. I do have my art glitter glue, so I am going to just go around the edges and make sure, you know, my paper is well glued down. That's where it's going to, you know, really bother you, is if it's on the edge. And, you know, if you want to skip this step, you like that look, then you certainly can. You know, don't do anything just because I do it. You kind of have to, and you will, you have to find out who you are and what you like, and, you know, and you'll get to that point. When I first started, especially junk journaling, but I mean, it's any craft, you know, but with junk journaling, it was like, you know, who am I? You know, I got to follow this person, or I got to follow exactly what this person does, or whatever, because I was unfamiliar with the craft. And now it's kind of like, oh, you know, that's a good idea, and I kind of make it my own. And I think we'll all, you know, end up at that point. It's just, you know, something that you kind of strive for. You know, after, you know, doing this for a while, you'll find what you like, what works for you, and what doesn't, and, you know, you kind of make things your own way. Sorry, there I was off on a tangent, or whatever it's called, a ramble. But, you know, I want you guys to know that, yeah, it's, and somebody was saying it's so hard, you know, to do a junk journal. And I think, you know, it is when you first start, because you're having to use different brain power. Isn't that weird? I mean, that's how I felt anyways, is that, you know, all the things, you know, the crafts and stuff I've done before, you know, it came together so easy, but, you know, you have to think, oh, you know, what do I layer next? What do I do next? Oh yeah, you know, should I do this? Should I do this? And you're thinking all the time about what comes next, that, you know, by the time you're done with a junk journal or even just a project, your brain is like, I am so exhausted. Because you're being creative and it's just wearing you out. You guys will have to let me know if you guys feel that way, because, man, sometimes I sure do. Oops, hold on just 1 second. Let me plug in my video. Okay. Sorry, just flashing at me. Plug in, plug in. So I'm going to go ahead and I think just put this little bit bird here. I just think that's adorable. I think I'm going to bring you guys down just a little bit, because I'm kind of working on more intricate things right now. So let's, that way, if I forget to bring it up so you can see it. Yeah, I think I'm going to put him here. I'm just going to just use a little bit of my Distress ink. I don't even know. Yeah, I do. I don't even know if I have any on there, but it seems to be coming through pretty well. And I don't know, I just felt like he would go really well there. And so I'm just going to glue him. I'm just using my art glitter glue. Just my favorite. And kind of put him right here. You know, my friend was asking me, you know, what do you do with the cards and how do you use them? Okay, well, I'm kind of showing you, you know, just one way that I would use cards, or that I would decorate the cards. And, you know, when you think, well, how would you use them? I would either use this maybe as a tuck spot, or I would put coffee dyed paper on the back so you could use it as a journaling card. So, you know, it's totally whatever you want to do and whatever you're feeling. This one, I want to kind of put some lace behind it. You know, it's kind of building up, and that's what we're going to do now, is just take some scraps and kind of, you know, see what we want to add. And I really feel like, you know, we need some lace here. So let me kind of just trim that leaf off, you know, like that. And again, I'm just going to use a little bit of Distress ink, just what I have, because I couldn't find my container of Distress ink. I know it's right in front of me somewhere. But it'll be just enough, and it kind of tones down that white around the edges. And like that. I didn't glue down the lace yet, but you know, when I put my glue on my little bird here, it will kind of seep through and glue down that lace. And if it doesn't, I'll just put a little bit extra on the lace. And I am quite alright if it kind of goes off the edge. You know, if you wanted to, you could certainly trim that, but I think what I'm going to do is just kind of let it hang off the edge, because most of these, most likely for me, will be tuck spots. So I'll glue them, and you know, stuff hanging off the edge won't bother me too much. So I think I want it like this, just under him just a little bit, and like that. But if I want to come back, I can, you know, just trim around it if that bothers me at all, like when I pull it out of my stash to use. I'm just using a little bit more glue just to make sure that lace kind of lays nicely. And yeah, you are covering up a lot of the pretties that you did earlier, but you know, when you're doing mixed media, which this kind of is, or this is, then you know, you're going to have a bunch of the stuff that you've done before kind of cover up, but it'll peek through. Like on this one, I can't even see my music paper, but I'm not going to let that bother me, because if I had put something else on here, and you know, the music paper may have shown through and it would have been fine. But it's kind of prepped and ready to go, I guess. That's kind of what I'm getting at. So I'm just going to use a butterfly on this one. And we'll kind of put him on just a little piece of lace. Nothing big, just a little square over here. And just kind of stick him on here, and he'll be cute. And then I'm going to add some words. Some Tim Holtz words, because I love his words. I think it kind of makes everything just kind of blend in together, and you know, kind of puts on a finishing touch. So do that one. Let's go ahead and let's see, this is kind of coming off. But you know, these would be fun to just pop in a Happy Mail or something if you decide you didn't want to use them. You know, a lot of times when I send out mail of some sort, you know, I'll put something that I've created in like a Happy Mail. I'm just going to put him just kind of, string. Just like he's kind of just sitting here hanging out and like landed on this little music note. I just love the colors of this one. Let me see if I can bring it up closer. But I just think the colors are kind of fun. So I like how that's turning out. This one, I definitely want to add some color. I wonder where my Distress ink is. You don't see it? That's okay.
Hey, what's next to the remote?
Where's the remote?
Right here. No, on top of those things.
Oh, that's a different
Oh.
ink. This is my Lawn Fawn ink. So I'm going to go ahead and just try to use that. I can go look for my... I'm so close to being done, though. I hate to go and, you know, look for... Ooh, that's pretty. I like that. We'll go with it, huh? And then this purple one. Let's see how that looks. Kind of add a little bit of interest and not so plain. Very pretty. But I really like this little blue one. So let's go ahead and we'll put, oh, I have some of this left. So I'm just, you know, I just like to play with my scraps and stuff. I think it's fun. And just, you know, just to see what I can come up with. Okay, so I'm going to go have to go find my Distress ink because I still have my words to put on there. So, and I really don't like, you know, just the bright white in the words. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. Sorry, I thought I hit the button and I didn't. I'm just using some Walnut Stain Distress ink just because I had it and nearby. So I'm just going to use that and get these put together. So I was talking and stuff and I looked up and realized, oh, I forgot to hit the button to turn you guys back to record. So anyways, so I'm going to do that, and I have one more, and then we'll kind of put the finishing touches on. I know this is kind of in like a longer video, I think, but you know, I think it's working out pretty well. I think it'll be just fine. We'll make it work. All we have to do really is, I'm going to put a little bit of lace on this just to give it, you know, just a little something. Do it right there. And then I love this pretty little butterfly that we cut off of a greeting card. You know, you really don't have to think too hard on these things. You know, again, you're just going to kind of get in there and, you know, just put things down and kind of play with it, and, you know, oops, sorry. You're just going to kind of play with things and kind of make them your own, you know. So I'm going to go ahead and just ink around. I am using Walnut Stain. Did I already say that? Anyways, I'm using that just because I'm so close to being done, and I'm not exactly sure where my vintage photo is. So, and it doesn't bother me to have a little bit of a darker, you know, darker border. So do that, and then we'll put on our finishing touches. But I just always feel like it needs a little bit of you know, a border from the Distress ink. I think it adds a lot to our card. You know, I just really like it. It frames it out, and that's one of my favorite things to do, is use Distress ink. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, here's the other one. It's kind of hidden. And then we'll put on some words, and I just pulled one of the books that I have of Tim Holtz, and it has, you know, poems or whatever, and I would just use that and just make something work. Even if I, you know, don't feel like I can, something will work, so it'll be fine. Okay, guys, so I did that one. Okay, so now all we need is our words. We'll put that on. I always feel like that's a good finishing touch as soon as I remember where I put them. They were right in front of me, right? Weren't
She's
they?
not on them, is she?
No, I don't think so. Oh, here it is. Okay, I was thinking, weren't they right in front of me?
Been one of those days.
It's been one of those weekends. It's just been kind of, you know, a busy little weekend. So this one is perfect. We're going to use this. Live gently upon this earth. And you know what? If a butterfly doesn't live gently upon the earth, I don't know what does, because, you know, a lot of times you don't even know that they're there unless you see them, you know, fluttering around and stuff. And I think that is a perfect little phrase for a butterfly. So I'm going to put it on this one just because I feel like he's kind of, you know, when we're out looking for, sorry, rambling, when we're out looking for mushrooms and stuff, we see these little tiny white, almost bluish butterflies, and I mean, they're tiny. They're like the size of your thumbnail, but you know, they're always, that's what this one reminds me of, is just a little quiet butterfly, just kind of fluttering, doesn't bother anyone, and he just lives gently. And I think that is perfect. This one is done. So let's move to one of the other ones. How about this one? It says, shine like the whole universe is yours. And you know, I think I'm going to put it on one of these really brilliant ones, because I think some of the really pretty, brilliant butterflies, you know, they shine. And, you know, especially like the monarchs, I think that's monarch. Anyways, they just shine brilliantly, and, you know, like the whole world belongs to them. I mean, I have followed them and tried to get a picture of these beautiful butterflies. And that's what this phrase reminds me of. I was just thinking, you guys are probably like, we don't really care why you're choosing these phrases. But, I don't know. I just feel like, you know, this is, for this one, shine like the whole universe is yours. These would also make really good ATC cards, if you guys are not familiar with those. They're artist trading cards, and what you do is you decorate a 2 by 2.5 by 3.5, 2 by 3, I don't know, one of those, and then you trade them with your friends. So something like this would be fun. Okay, let's see. Let's do today is full of possibilities. That would work for one of our little bird ones. And I'm just rambling. I really appreciate you guys who just, you know, enjoy my rambling. Because sometimes my husband's like, go make a video, ramble to them.
Right,
No, he's not.
oh, I'm sorry. I know, baby, I'm sorry. Oh my God, you're having a bad day.
Daddy's talking to the baby.
Yeah.
To the baby. Huh?
Well, he's been laying on me for an hour, so he's all...
Holy cow, I've been on here for an hour.
Well, sure.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to finish up,
Sorry, but...
so it's not super long.
Wow.
But I kind of wanted a longer one since I didn't get one up on Sunday. So I guess I'm kind of getting there. Let's see what else we have. No journey is too great if you find what you seek. I like this one because, you know, well, it's long. A lot of times when I use these phrases, they're too long for any of my small, like paper clip things, and this one I think is just going to go really nice. And you know, it's so true. No journey is too great if you find what you seek. So it doesn't matter what you're looking for, all the trials and tribulations that you have to face to get there. It's not too great if you find in the end what you were looking for. I'm very deep. Oh, I was going to tell you guys. So this, I was reading on Facebook, and some guy, he actually died at laughing at his own joke. And I was thinking, you know, that would probably be me. Tell myself a joke, laugh, and die from it. Yeah, that's probably how I'll go. If I'm lucky.
That or you trip on a cat.
That or I'll trip on a cat, Clint said. That's true. This one, collect beautiful moments. I don't know, I just think butterflies are beautiful. So I have a lot of photos of them, and that's perfect for this one. Yeah, our cats sometimes we think, yeah, that's how we're going to go. That's just how it's going to happen. And I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, you have to be kind of agile with these cats, because they'll run under your legs and you never know. Collect beautiful moments. Beautiful moments. And you know, if you've been with me for a while, you know I don't try to line anything up perfectly, because it never seems to work. So I just put them on there however they go. I don't, you know, it just doesn't bother me. So the last one is a bird, and let's see, how about this one? It just says, happiness depends on ourselves. And isn't that the truth? If you can't make yourself happy, no one else is going to make you happy. So true. I know so many people who, you know, keep looking for other people to make them happy, and it just doesn't work. It's just, if you're not happy when you're by yourself, nobody else is going to make you happy. And that is my rambling for today. So, gonna put that one there, and I can get this one up. And this one here. So cute. You guys have to let me know which one is your favorite. How fun are these? I really loved making these. And you know, my whole idea was to show you guys what you can do with cards. You know, like I said, this can be a tuck spot, it can be a journaling card. You could put a paper clip on there. It could be a paper clip if you wanted to. You could cut them in half and make them smaller paper clips. But there's all kinds of things that you can do with cards. And tomorrow I may, you know, just kind of do a 2 or 3 day little series on what you can do with cards, just to kind of give you guys an idea and to build up my stash again. I've kind of been really low on, all my stuff just kind of flew out from these last couple of journals. So they go really fast when you're making journals. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for sticking around, listening to me ramble. Be sure and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And we will see you guys in the next video. You guys have a wonderful day.
Bye.